Israel's war in Gaza has completed 6 months. With demands over the release of hostages to demonstrations against the deteriorating humanitarian situation in Gaza, protests have once again gripped different parts of the world. Tens of thousands of Israelis took to the streets of Jerusalem to press for the return of hostages. At least 100,000 people gathered in what is being seen as one of the largest demonstrations against Israel's offensive. Netanyahu's cabinet has been facing continued criticism over their security failure on October 7th. The protesters stayed put on two demands: the resignation of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and the urgent need for new elections.
We're here today because we want everybody to be aware that this is still happening, and we're still hoping that its solution will be like any minute. We don't have time. Nama has no time.
Their families and everybody here is had enough, and people need to understand that, and the world needs to stand up and get them back. Whoever is responsible, we're all responsible, and these are our people, and we can't stand another day without them coming home. And it's above politics, it's above religion, it's a humanitarian issue, and that's what we're here to shout today.
And we continue to report to you the latest on ground, where you can see thousands of demonstrators demanding in Tel Aviv. As you can see, thousands of protesters having a showdown with the police while protesting against Netanyahu over the weekend. As per the police, one protester has been detained. The visuals which you can see on your screens. For families of hostages, it is a race against time, the Israeli forces said. They had unearthed the body of a hostage from Khan Yunis.
This country must exist. We don't have another country, but we have to be a good country, a moral country that protects itself but acts according to human rights. Thank you.
Hundreds gathered in New York City demanding the release of 130 hostages being held in captivity. Protesters were seen waving US and Israeli flags and urging the governments to reach a solution. Posters with the faces of those kidnapped in the October 7 attacks were also seen in the rally. Protesters also gathered in Washington, D.C., demanding the return of hostages. People held up photographs of the hostages and rallied with posters that said, "Bring them back home." People urged the Israeli government to not just bring the hostages to safety, but also agreed to an immediate ceasefire in the besieged Gaza Strip.
Bring them home! No! Bring them home! No! Desperation.
Viva Siegel.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.